Well, folks, welcome to my video. I'm sitting here at Coboletti in an A4, and over to my left are a couple of my AI buddies getting ready to go out and do what AI guys do. My aircraft is getting ready to go and drop some bombs manually on a local range, which I'll fill you in on later. Right now, I'm going to go through a few things here before we taxi out. It's kind of dark, so I'm going to dial up some light here so you can see what I'm doing. Move the stick out of the way, and I'm going to turn on all the weapons station select switches. And I'm going to use this knob here to select bombs. I'm going to make sure that the master switch is off. And then for the fusing, I'm going to make sure that I'm in the full up position for nose and tail. And kind of as a safety precaution on the left side of the stick here, I'm going to put the guns in the safe mode, which is down, so that we don't inadvertently shoot anybody. Also, I'm going to take a look around the cockpit to make sure things are the way I want. Canopy's closed. I'm going to go ahead and set some flaps here, about half for takeoff. Landing gear looks good. I think the altimeter setting today is 2982, so we'll put that at 2982, and that looks pretty low, so that must be wrong. So I'm just going to set the altimeter for what I think the field elevation is, which is about 16 feet, I think, here at Coboletti. That's close enough for government work. One of the things about this cockpit you'll notice right away is that the ECM panel here gets in the way of the airspeed indicator, and that's kind of a pain. I suppose that's the way it is in the real airplane of this vintage. The one that I flew as an adversary, we had all this kind of stuff stripped out. We didn't need that stuff. We wanted to be light and nimble, and we didn't need that stuff. At some point, I'm going to have to figure out who this young lady is here. Anyways, I could turn up these instrument lights too, because now that I've got the switches the way I want them, I'm going to get rid of that because it does cause some glare in the canopy up here. So we'll just turn that all the way off to get rid of that glare. Looks like my buddies have taxied, so I'm going to go ahead and taxi out here, and we'll see how that works. Making sure the taxiway is clear, and out we go. And I'm just going to stop the recording here. Okay, we're in the airplane real quick. I wanted to pause the video and just go to the range. You can see there are 3 running lines. It's in a wooded area. Vehicles on the left, strafe on the middle, and a calibrated range to the right there, the one that we're going to go to. 1,000-foot markers, you'll see in a second here. And then each striation is about 500 feet. The 1, 2, 3, and 4, those are each 1,000-foot markers. And then we have the strafing range, which is next, and it's got a big target at the end. There you go. And then this last one is the footage of the vehicle bombing range. Once we get to the hold short, there's one thing I want to cover, but I want to be stopped when I go over it. I forgot to do it back on the line. We'll do it down here at the hold short. I already got the flaps set. And I guess that's somebody on the channel, so I'll get rid of that so it doesn't interfere. And we're coming up to hold short. One of the things about this A4 is it's a little squirrely. It's a standard model, not an advanced model, and so therefore the whole brake setup is a little weird because they don't have, I guess, the axes is to do the wheel brakes. So you have to key a switch somewhere, and I've got it set on my throttle, and it locks when I set it, which is okay because it takes a while to slow this thing down. I just modulate it. That's what you hear. If you hear that clicking sound, that's what that is. That's my brakes. And notice that the A4 kind of tilts when you do a turn, and that's true to the airplane itself. It does. It's kind of on a couple of spindly legs. Okay, now that I'm set here, I want to go over a couple of things, one of which is the spoilers. We want to make sure those are armed. The spoilers are armed. If you look outside the airplane, oops, there we go, get rid of that. Okay. You can see the spoilers are up. That's not a big deal. When I advance the throttle, they'll go down on takeoff. So they're designed, and they're also keyed into the weight on wheel switch. So when I land with the throttle back, they will pop up and prevent me from tipping over or from any adversely affected by any kind of wind gust. The other thing is, you kind of briefly saw it when I went outside. I'll go out again. I want to show you the weapons loadout. Hopefully this will work. Request rearming. Okay, you can see that the A4 has 5 weapon stations. Today's load, I've got several Mark 82s, 6 on the center line, 2 on each inboard, and a single on the outboards. You guys know how to do this, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time going over that. In fact, no time at all. And let's see. Let's just make sure real quick through the cockpit. I guess I kind of want to turn on TR for my TACAN, and I think the field here is 67, so I'm going to put 67 on there. Okay, 67 looks like it reacted, so that's probably good news. Let's see here. Distance looks like it's fairly almost 0. That's good news also. Okay. The other thing I want to do is, since we're going to the target range, I want to set my pipper, or not my pipper, but my targeting reticle to 60 mils, which is what I've figured or calculated. Actually went out there and tested that 60 works pretty good for a 45-degree dive, which is what we're going to do today. And I guess with that being said, I think we're ready for takeoff. So without any further ado, I will Cobaleti Tower. This is FIST 704, actually 717. Takeoff single on runway 07. Okay, I'm not going to get an answer because there's nobody in the tower. You know, this is a sim after all, but that's basically what I say. I click off my brake here, and then we'd start taxiing out. And that's good for now, because okay, you can see there's runway 7. Okay, anyways, here we are. We're lining up on the runway. We already have clearance, and off we go. And I'm going to advance the throttle. And a quick look. You can see the spoilers are down. And there's rotation speed coming up. Let the airplane fly itself off, and then reach over here and raise the gear. And as we get enough speed, I'll just go ahead and raise the flaps. Get a nice climb going. And there we go through 220, climbing out. And the flaps are up, gears up, we're clean. And trim the nose up a little bit. Okay, we're airborne now, and looking down over my right shoulder is Cobaleti, and you can see the coastline there. If you run north along the coastline, there's a lake, and just south of that lake there's some dark woods, which is where the target complex is, and that's where we're heading. And my plan here is to trim the aircraft up at my release altitude and release airspeed so that I'm all set. I'll just, once I get it all trimmed up, I won't touch it after that. For today's 45-degree dive in an A4, I'm planning on using 4,000 feet as my release altitude, so I'm going to climb up a little bit further here. And I'm still adding airspeed. I've got 300 knots now. I'm going to increase that to about 350. Somewhere between 350 and 400 is close enough. And using my cheat vision here, I can look up there and I can see right on the edge of the wooded area and into the wooded area is my run-in line. Okay, bringing it back. Okay, we're losing a little bit of altitude, so we want to climb. We're about 345 now, so that's good. And looks like we've got some company here. Looks like an F-18. Interesting. Well, let's just hope he's not going to the same area. Okay, let's see. Climbing up, we're at 3,700 feet. And let's see, we got a little bit, we're about 400 knots. I don't need that much speed, so I'm going to pull the power back just a little bit and keep it a little bit closer to 350 because I think that's kind of what it's going to be. And we're about 200 feet shy of the altitude, and I'm trimming up to make sure that I'm absolutely trimmed. We're coming in with the master arm off. Let's remember that so we don't forget. And we're about 380. That's okay. That's pretty close to the airspeed. Oops, we've lost altitude, so I want to make sure we climb back up to 4,000 feet. Trim it up. There we go. There's about, and we're coming overhead the target. And once we're overhead the target, I'm going to pull up into the pattern. It's a racetrack pattern with the top of the pattern at 9,000 feet. And that's kind of what and I'm all trimmed up, so I think we're ready to go. 4,000 feet, 350 plus knots. So I'm going to pull up into the target, into the range. Now you can look down, you can see that there are a couple other run-in lines down below us. There are 3 areas which I described earlier. You can see the strafe range and the range where there's a lot of vehicles that you can shoot at. Okay, as I climb up here, my airspeed's going to bleed off, and I'm looking for somewhere between 200 and 220 for my roll-in, so I want to pull the power to get back there, 1,000 feet. Okay, so I don't need to have this quite so much power, so I'm going to pull the power off to lose a little bit of airspeed because we're almost at 9,000 feet. And I'm going to, actually, I don't want to be quite the reciprocal. I want to be a little wide, so I'm going to go to 190. There's 9,000 feet, so I'm going to level off here. And I'm going to pull the power to get that airspeed under control. And I'm about ready to turn in. So I'm going to start turning in and hold that nose up so I don't lose that airspeed I fought so hard to get. And it doesn't have to be exact, but you want to have it close as possible. And again, I'm not trimming because I've already trimmed. That's what the whole purpose of the run-in was. Okay, I'm between 200 and 220 knots. I'm just about 9,000 feet. And now the next problem we have to solve is where do you begin your dive? Because you're trying to get a 45-degree dive. Now, if you look at the Abba Jabba there, you can see that there are hack marks. And that the big hack mark there is 30 degrees. And I want to go 45 degrees down. So you'll see that here in a second. Okay, I've lost a little bit too much altitude, so we'll just have to deal with it. Okay, right about here is going to be pretty close. I'm going to pull power back to idle, roll upside down, and just smoothly put the nose where I want it and roll out. Now I want to just sort of let the thing track on its own, trim it out if I need to. Right about there. I think that's going to be short because it wasn't quite steep enough, but we'll take a look. Oh, shoot. I didn't get a clink, and the reason for that is I didn't have the arm on. I turned it off, if you remember. So we're going to reach down there and we're going to turn that back on. There we go. Which is okay. That was a bad drop anyways. So we're just going to climb up and do it one more time. And hopefully I can edit this out. Okay, looking at, I overshot it again. I want to go to 190. Right about there. That's good. That's probably good enough. Still climbing. And I don't need all that airspeed or all that power really, because it's holding that 240 pretty nicely. Okay, once I get to 7,500, I can start my turn back inbound and just continue the climb. Okay, 1,000 feet to go, and I'm still good on the airspeed. I don't want to get any slower. And we're pretty wide. It's going to take us a while to drive over there, but I don't want to quit climbing. I want to keep climbing. Okay, we're going to kind of slow the turn here a little bit. Slime over there. Get on the run-in line. Okay. Let's just hold it like that and climb that last bit. That's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, there's 9,000 feet, 220 knots, and idle on the power, rolling over, just kind of a lazy pull. And put the pipper in an area. There's 7,000 feet, 6,000, 5,000, 4 pip. Okay. Okay, we were significantly short. Okay, not sure why that was. Because everything seemed to be pretty much two blocked. Let's see here. We were about 500 feet short. It's not good. Okay, let's roll out at 190 this time. Continuing to climb. Okay, coming up on 7,500 feet, I can start my turn inbound. Continuing to climb. $1,000 to go. Okay, coming up on 9,000 feet. And airspeed looks good. And I think we're okay on the dive here. Let's take a look. We may be flat. We'll see here. Okay, yeah, let's see. That's 40 degrees. Not very steep. There we go. Let's see what happens here now. Again, still short. A little closer, but not much. Let's see if that pipper's set right. 60. Should be okay. Let's see, what is wrong here? Yeah, I guess the angle is the big thing. I got to carry it in a little bit closer. That's the only thing I could think of. Just not quite steep enough. So we'll just carry this one a little bit further. Numbers look good. Okay, that looks pretty good there. Okay, that's much better. I was pushing forward on the stick, so I think this one's going to go long. Nope. No, much closer, a little bit to the right. I just didn't line up quite right, but it was much closer to the target. Must have more packages. That's the dog barking up front. Okay, there's 7,500 feet. Starting to turn inbound. 1,000 to go. Airspeed looks okay. Coming up on 9,000 feet. Wait for that dive. That looks pretty good. Idle. Nose it over. Now a smooth roll. Line up on the target. There we go. That may be a little long, we'll see. Oof. Right on, yeah. Okay, looks like we got it 2 blocked. Let's keep it coming. There's perfection in repeatability. So let's hope I can do that one more time. At least. Okay, oops, that's a little bit too far wide. Okay, let's go over here. We'll just make up for that by going inboard here a little bit. That's good. There's 7,500 feet, 8,000 feet, 1 to go, and we're a little wide this time, so we're just going to slime over there. Got too much airspeed, so I'm going to kill that a little bit by pulling the power back and using the altitude climb to kill the airspeed, and it works just like a charm. Okay, there's 9,000 feet. We're coming close to the roll-in. We don't want to climb anymore, so let's just sort of lower the nose just a little bit. That's it. The airspeed's looking good. We're looking pretty good here. We'll just yank it around. And idle. And be smooth, Reagan. Be smooth. There you go. Air smooth. 5, 4. There we go. Boom. Inside the 75-foot ring. That's good. Twice. That's good. Good, good. Repeatability is everything, buddy. Okay, keep it coming. Okay, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it tight. That's it. Nice. Pull it up. Keep it tight. There's coming up on 190. That's what I want. Yeah, right about there. Yeah, that's it. Now we're looking for 7,500 feet. Okay, there's 7,500 feet coming left. 1,000 to go. Pull it tight. One to go. And we got too much airspeed, so we'll kill that by climbing. There you go. Add the power back because you don't want to lose it all. But you want to get that altitude. We're coming around. We're looking good. There it is. There's airspeed's good. And the altimeter is looking good at 9,000 feet. We're looking close to roll in here. Close to roll in. Okay, right about there. Yeah, okay. Pull the power to idle. Be smooth. No rush. And just line up on that target. Watch the altimeter unwind. One more to go. There it is. Boom. There it is. Okay. Boom. Yes. 3 times. Repeatability, buddy. That's it. Yes. Yes. Repeatability. Okay. Now we're hitting it. Now we're hitting it. Okay, here we go. Now we're going down. This is same thing again. Let's take a look. There we are. Okay, there's 7,500 feet coming left. Airspeed's already bled off a little bit, so I'm going to keep the power up a little bit until I get a healthy variety. We're looking good. Okay, we don't need any more airspeed. We don't need to lose much either. And we're coming up on 9,000 feet, so I think we're looking good. All right, don't want to lose any more airspeed. There's our altitude. And we're coming overhead the target. All right, about there, okay. Drop like a rock. All right, roll out. There it is, coming down. Watch that altimeter unwind. Boom! Let's see what that... Well, inside the 150, that's not bad. A little bit to the right of the target. Looked, lengthwise, it looked pretty decent. Just a little bit to the right of the target. Can't blame the winds because I edited that out to begin with, since we were trying to determine the mill settings. But I think this mill setting's pretty decent. Gets you in the ballpark. Actually, now that I think about it, I think we could probably change it a little bit. We'll think about that. Okay, there's 7,500 feet coming left. Okay, there's 1,000 to go. We got lots of airspeed, so we should be good. Tad bit wide. Still want to climb up here. Let's bleed off some of that airspeed. Just a little bit. Here it is. Looking down at the target. Looks good. And we'll see if we can have another view this time at the expense of one of my bombs here. Let's take a look. Hey, we'll roll upside down, go to idle. Yeah, a little correction factor there. Yeah, that cost me the shot, but what the hell. Okay, I don't know how many bombs we got left here. Let's take a look real quick. Let's go. Oh, we got plenty of bombs left. There's 75, come left. Too much airspeed, pull the power, about 500 feet to go. Adjusting the airspeed. Airspeed's coming back. We need a little bit more altitude. That's good. Coming around. Hold that airspeed now. Altimeter's good. Slow climb, that's good. You can see that one crater in my last shot. We'll make up for it this time. Right about there. Yeah, that's good. Roll smoothly. And then roll smoothly. Watch the altimeter unwind. Yes! Boom! Oh, just outside the 75-foot ring. Okay, coming up on the reciprocal. Okay, there we are. I got lots of airspeed this time. Too much. Okay, there's 7,500 feet coming, and we're dumping that airspeed quickly here. 1,000 to go. And let's hold it. We don't need to lose too much. We just need to lose the right amount. Okay, there's 9,000 feet, so let's stop the climb. There we go. See the VSI coming back towards 0. We don't want it to drop, but we don't want to lose it. And we gained a little bit of airspeed there, so I got to pull the power back a little bit to get rid of it. I can yank around too, that'll help. Okay, we're looking at it, we're looking at it, we're looking at it. Yeah, right about there. This is going to be a nice steep one. Definitely nice and steep. Okay, let's go. And part of this is may the force be with you. Right there. Okay, I bumped it. We'll see what happens here. Boom! Okay, I didn't bump it that much. All right. Okay. We'll see here. Coming up on 190. The off reciprocal. Okay. We'll climb, climb, climb. And coming up on 7,500 feet, as before, start the left-hand turn. Okay, 1,000 to go, a little bit fast, and I'll just pull it around. Ooh, when you hit that center so much, it glows. Oops. Want to get all the way up to 9,000 feet here. Don't be a lackey. Okay, right there. Okay. Looks like we adjusted it. There it is. There's 9,000 feet. Airspeed's in the window. And we're going to dive down. Okay, roll, smooth, 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 5. Here comes 4, right there, yes! Yes! Golly, man, holy moly, this is a killer. All right. All right, I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the bombs here. We'll see. There's 190. Yeah, I got too much airspeed. We'll take a quick peek. Yep, this is Elfinish bomb, Elfino. Okay, there's coming up on 8,000 feet. Too much airspeed. Looking good in the pattern. 500 feet to go and slowing down a little bit. Okay. Okay, there's 220. I'm at the top of the window, so I'll just bring the power back up to hold it there. There's 9,000 feet. Bring it around. It's going to take a little bit more. Okay, that's good. That's good. Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Okay, let's make this a good one. Come on. Nice smooth roll. Nice smooth roll. Right there. Nice smooth roll. Okay, okay. Oh, I don't think I blew that one, but we'll see. Okay. Boom! Yeah, I blew it right down the heart. Whoa, that was good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I guess we're heading home. Okay, let's hit the strafe pattern once. So if we're going to hit the strafe pattern, we're going to have to come down here and take the gun off a safe. Here's the strafe pattern right there, and I'm going to fly over this. Sometimes they will shoot at you if you shoot at them. I guess they're not angry at me at the moment. They must have earplugs in or something. Okay. We're just going to whip it around there. I don't care too much about my airspeed. Oh, the other thing I have to do is make that 0. Okay. All right, here we go. Roll out on the run-in. And we don't John Wayne things, we just hold the pipper steady. Yes! Boom, 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 boom. You see all the shots ricocheting. I think I just used up my cannon almost. Okay, now let's see if they're all pissed off. We'll shoot up some of the tanks. Oh yeah, yeah, they're pissed. And I'm out of bullets. What a time to be out of bullets. Yeah, it's a good thing they're lousy shots. Okay, here we go. Going back to Kobaleti. Okay, looking at 1,500 feet for the overhead, and we're right about there. Pretty close. Okay. Yeah, nice fast brake. And you can see the speed brake is open. You can see it right there, speed brake open. And the runway is 07, so I'm looking for 25, which is usually the reciprocal. Coming up on that here shortly, and we're below gear speed, so we can drop the gear at our leisure. We'll get the gear and the flaps. Gears down and flaps are moving to full. Okay, we're at the beam position. And we're a little bit fast still. Trim it up a little bit. You can see the fast chevron there on the AOA. Okay. Start our turn to final here shortly. Right there. There's our on-speed chevron. We don't want to go slow. Don't want to go fast either. So just make the circle here. Okay, yeah, a little bit fast. Okay, we got 3 down. We got good flaps. We're on speed. We've got clearance to land because there is no such thing. And let's see. This thing doesn't have great brakes. I got to remember I don't have wheel brakes. If I try to use those, they probably send me off the runway. So I'm just going to kind of roll out here and just pull apart all the way back to idle. And just let it softly touch down. And you can scrape the tail in this thing, I noticed. So we'll just sort of use that brake. Notice Notice that the spoilers popped up. Designed to keep me on the runway, so a gust of wind won't lift a wing. And let's see. Once we clear the runway, I'll clean that airplane up a little bit, but get the brake off and continue the taxi. This thing can be a little bit squirrely on the ground, so we'll watch that. And we can clean up the speed brakes. Okay. All right. You folks have a good day. I think this was a good lesson. And all right, I'm going to stray here, and then I'm going to go ahead and kill the video. See you guys next time.